Hey, welcome back to another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. Today we're going to be using one of my favorite, most consistent decks, I think, the Donphan EX deck. The main idea behind it is that Donphan EX is a Pokemon that deals 50 damage for just 1 energy, so if you can evolve by your second turn if you're going first, you can be hitting for 50 right away, which is almost enough to knock out most basic Pokemon, which is why we've added Giovanni to this deck as well. So that'll bring us up to 60. We can knock out most basics in the game on our very first or maybe our second turn of attack. Additionally, we have the 30 damage Phanpy in the hopes that if we were going up against any normal types, dark types, or electric types that are weak to fighting type, we'll have the advantage there. We can knock them out right away again with Giovanni because we'll be going up from 30 to 50 and then to 60 thanks to weakness in Giovanni. So I will be taking 10 self damage for that, but I think the trade-off is worth it, especially since we're not using the Flail Phanpy, the Memory Bulb. I think it's a really good option for getting early KOs. Of course, we need late game damage as well, and while we can stack energy on the Donphan EX to get up to 110, sometimes that's just not enough, and for that we've packed Rampardos. Everyone knows Rampardos, everyone loves Rampardos. Rampardos is going to be carrying us through some of these fights by finishing them off for us. So yeah, that's the plan. It's pretty straightforward. It's mainly a damaging deck, but it's very consistent. If you want a deck that wins, I think this is a good choice. So hopefully you enjoy and you see what I mean. Red. Wow. Okay. We're fighting the Red from the Kanto region. They even said they like Kanto Pokemon. Okay. They've got a Venusaur card thing going, so that's not the Kanto region. That's not Red. That's Swablu. That's Altaria EX. That's not even kind of the same thing. Alright, we got other Phanpy. We got Research. We got Rampardos. We got Donphan. I don't even see the point of using Research right now. The only thing that could really deter me here is if they used Copycat or like anything to mess with my hand. That would be terrible if they red carded me. Okay, they've got Research. I mean, don't they just lose if they don't get any more basics? Yeah, they would have. Okay, well, not anymore. I suppose they can sing, but it's not really a big deal because I've got Donphan. Now they can sing twice. Good for them. And Indeedee. Okay, that's probably the intended use of Indeedee. Like Altaria and Indeedee. Yeah, that makes sense. They're both psychic types. Is Venusaur Indeedee probably better? Almost definitely, yeah. But I do see the use of it here. Indeedee is such a cute Pokemon. Honestly, pretty much all the Pokemon they have right now are cute. Swablu, Chingling, I mean, they're great. Still asleep? No big deal. We've got Donphan. Get out there, Donphan. Show him who's boss. And we have Skull Fossil for next turn, so we should be able to get our Rampardos in no time. We've got Rare Candy. I mean, this is a good start for us. They hopefully shouldn't be able to get anything going before they, before we win. Their Altaria is only going to have 170 health. And I can get at least 50 of that down with Donphan. Okay, yeah, they're running Chingling, so they're preventing me from using my Rare Candy. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to knock out their Chingling and then proceed to deal 110 damage to their Altaria on the next turn. Sabrina? Okay. I can use Rampardos, that's fine by me. Honestly, if I get another Skull Fossil, I could even retreat back into Donphan. By discarding the Skull Fossil. Wow, they're really done for here. They can only do 30 damage. I'm not even gonna put Rampardos down because that'll do self-damage to me. Yeah, and their Indeedee's gonna go down in one hit by Rampardos. I don't really know what they can do here. Even if they get Altaria, I'm not worried about it. Because I can deal 130 in one hit. Best they can heal is 20. What are they gonna do? They're gonna put up Altaria, okay. Unless they've got Dawn, I don't know why they put that energy on their Indeedee. Are they just gonna sing and hope that works? That's cool, I haven't seen that before, the little star animation on Jirachi. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Who else? I got Sableye? Discard a card from your hand. If you can't, this attack does nothing. Why would that card be good? It does 70 damage and discards a card from your hand. Are there decks that want to discard right now? I don't think there are. They do have the Altaria. Maybe they're just running a general Psychic deck with like all their favorites or something. I'm not sure. Either way, we have Pokeball now, so I'm just gonna use my communication purely to get rid of Phanpy. I might as well have more Pokemon to my disposal than less, so I can use my Pokeball, get my Phanpy back out of my deck. I love doing that with communication, it's so fun. Evolve to Rampardos. I could use Red just for the fun of it. I mean, like, they're gonna have a really tough time healing either way. Yeah, I'll use Red just in case I get Giovanni or something later that I would need to use. I don't think they can do enough healing here. I mean, they could do, what, 20? Plus Pokemon Center Lady does like 30, so... Yeah, no, they can't heal enough to take another 130 damage either way. Yeah, there's the 20 from Indeedee. I don't know where else they're going to heal this damage from. And bringing up Indeedee isn't going to do anything because I only have one energy attached in the first place. They don't even have a point. Wow, okay. We have a really strong lead here. I think we just win this next turn. Or we don't win this because they leave. That could also happen. I guess we gotta wait it out and see if they left. I mean, surely they knew that it was over for them. Yeah, they're not coming back. I think they rage quit. I think they literally closed the app. I mean, Rampardos is really strong. If you can get a Rampardos set up early like this, I mean, they even brought him up to the active spot for me. They were so kind to do that. Like, if you can get him set up early, he starts hitting for 130. It's so strong. I can see why Chingling is so useful for against cards like that. Disables Rare Candy, it disables Fossils. It's got everything, really. Yeah, no, I think they just quit. We knock him out with a Head Smash for 130. That was a complete win. We didn't even take a point. We didn't even lose a point. That's crazy. we had 5 points by the end of that game. That's insane. Mega EX? No chance. Basics? No chance. It's crazy. Donphan and Rampardos are such a strong and consistent duo. It's amazing. Alright, let's see what kind of deck we're going against this time. It's a water type deck. Can't really remember who's... Lugia? Okay. They must not have had any other basics in their hand. No, they had... Oh, they probably just drew that. I was gonna say, like, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to lead Lugia. They're, like, easily the hardest one to power up. And no, they're running Lugia with baby Pokemon, so that makes more sense. Did I just waste my Pokeball? Yeah, I think I did. Was not paying attention for that. That's fine. It's whatever. I don't think there's any point to attacking with Phanpy. Just be a waste of 10 health. If they had Magby up here, it would be better. I almost wonder if Sabrina, Cyrus, Repel, one of those would be good for this deck. Probably Sabrina. The idea is usually that you want to knock them out in one hit anyways with Donphan, so... Well, I guess that wouldn't really work either because you would need Giovanni and you couldn't really do Sabrina with it. So maybe Repel would be the better option just because it's an item card and you can get those basic EXs out of the active spot if there's something weaker on the bench. I don't know, not sure. Looks like they're powering up their Ho-Oh, though. We'll be powering up our Donphan. So this Lugia will be out by next turn. Their Ho-Oh will be ready, but I'm not too worried about it. If they decide to swap up Ho-Oh, I can just hit them for 110. And then their Ho-Oh will be knocked out by the next turn. Then they wouldn't... I mean, they'd be able to, like, power up their Lugia, if that were the case. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Oh, you got Giant Cape. Okay. I'd be awfully afraid of that if I weren't running a Donphan deck with Giovanni's. Since I am, though, I'll just do an extra 10 damage to bring us up to 120, negating that cape. So no more Lugia, we get 2 points. We don't have to deal with 180 damage coming our way at any point. If I were them, I'd concede here, because a Ho-Oh really can't have the damage potential to confidently get us out of the game here. I mean, we're gonna have Rampardos as well. We have our rare candies. Like, they're in a bad situation. I suppose I could have evolved last turn. Or did I just get the Skull Fossil? I kind of forgot. But in any case, I don't think they're in any sort of good situation here. Even if they have another Lugia, I mean... I could have a Rampardos ready by next turn. They have another Ho-Oh. Dang, 2 of the Immersives? That's crazy. I haven't got one of the Immersives yet for either of the sets. Right. If we get red, right, we just win. Okay, so no red. That's okay. We'll just rare candy Rampardos for now. Do I want to rotate the Rampardos? Yeah, I'm only going to take 80 damage, so leaving my Donphan up here is the worst choice. Might as well raise my damage output to 130. If I were to get red here, it would be instantly over for them. Oh, they got their Lugia. A gold Lugia. How many good cards do these people have? It's crazy. Cyrus, okay. I had a feeling they would probably want to take out my Donphan there. And they're going to charge up their Lugia. Actually, if we don't get red... Now, if we don't get red, we lose. That's crazy. That's an insane reversal. Yeah, because their Lugia is going to deal 180 to us. So if we don't get red here to knock out their Ho-Oh, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. Okay. That sucks. We had a really good game going there. I was pretty confident in the Donphan bringing things home for us. I mean, the Rampardos. Really? It's not even an EX, man. How many fancy cards do they have? Surprised they don't have the fancy Cyrus to go along with, like, literally every other card. That's crazy. They got lucky. I mean... like... they should have been done for there. Okay. Going against Potechi. I think... if if I'm reading that right, potato chip. That's kind of funny. Okay. Starting with Fampy, going first. All good signs. Honestly, I'm... or Corio. Okay, well, that's fine. We have Fampy. At least we can hit it first. We do have Skull Fossil as well, so we don't have to worry too much about losing our Fampy to the Oricorio. Okay, they've got another basic in research. Two Pokeballs. Okay. And they have the golden one. That one is so cool. I wish I could get that one. I mean, I tried to get it when it was out, but like, I wasn't very lucky in that set in general. I don't think, at least. One of the sets. Was that the, Shining Revelry, I think, is where the golden Pokeball is from? I got terrible odds in that one. Okay, we got the boosted evolution Eevee. I don't know if they're running EX or regular Jolteon. Either way, I can't knock out this Oricorio on this turn. That's okay, we can still net 50 damage on it. And they put the energy on their Eevee instead of the Oricorio, which means I should be able to knock it out, or at least not have to deal with it. Communication. Okay, they're probably trying to get their Jolteon. As they got something funky in there, like Leafeon, or I don't know, Sylveon somehow. I don't know how that would work. Another boosted evolution Eevee. Okay. Is it the, yeah, it's the beginning bolt. That's fine. We've still got our Cranidos. It is unfortunate, though. We could have knocked it out with Fampy. Could have evolved a Donphan. Done some bigger damage. We could have knocked it out, but we could have, like, you know, lived. I'm gonna gamble for Rampardos here, actually. Yes! Okay, okay. We got our Rampardos. This should be a breeze. Easy knockout for Jolteon. Easy knockout for Oricorio. Easy knockout for Eevee. All we have to worry about is whether or not we get another basic between now and when we do our other knockouts. Because if we don't, our Rampardos won't have enough health. And that would be bad. Okay, they're putting in energy on their Eevee. They're clearly running the Eevees more than anything here. Yeah. I wonder if that one's a Jolteon EX. It is a Jolteon EX. I hope they put that up. It would be better for me if they put that up. They didn't. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to attack them this turn. And I don't have to attach energy this turn either. So unless they've got two golden Eevee bags, I'm not really worried about their Jolteon EX. We can't really knock out the Oricorio, because that would bring us into knockout range for the Jolteon EX, and that would end the game. So we're actually just going to have to end turn here. It's really our only option until we get another basic. Then we can start playing with fire. Okay, they got another Pichu down. I'm not really too concerned, but there we go. Okay, we got another Fampy. We can start putting energy on that. And I know we'll take 20 from the Jolteon, but I'm much less worried about that than I would be otherwise. So again, I'm actually going to end turn here, because they can't hit me with Oricorio. If they want to hit me at all, they have to hit me with Jolteon. And I can easily knock out their Jolteon with a red. So as long as they don't have 2 EV backpacks, I'm perfectly fine with whatever they want to do to me right now. Yeah, I think they're realizing the same thing. They can't bring up their Jolteon either. So this is definitely a deck that runs Cyrus, right? Because you have Jolteon EX and he does damage to people that put energy on them from their hand. Oh no, that's only if he's in the active spot. He's not in the active spot. Okay, wait, I'm totally safe here. I can freely retreat my Rampardos, hit them with Phanpy to knock out the Oricorio, and then if they knock out my Phanpy, it's over for them. The only thing they could really do is, like, they could Cyrus my Rampardos, and if I put an energy on him, my Rampardos would get knocked out and I wouldn't be able to deal nearly as much damage. At the same time, though, I'd be able to get off some hits with Donphan, and those hits should be strong enough that I can knock them out anyways. I think I'm pretty set here, actually. Because if they knock me out, that's a win for me. And if they knock out my Rampardos, I think that's still a win for me. Yeah, they're gonna take the knockout. I've got red in my hand. Rampardos does 130 base, 20 weakness, and an extra 20 for red. So, or 10 for Giovanni, either one would work really. Energy, I'm not worried about the self-damage. Yep. And I'll take my 20 extra damage with red. Man, we barely scraped that together. And a good 170 from Rampardos. Whew! Nice. That was a tough one. That was, even with the type advantage, we just struggled against that deck thanks to Oricorio. Yeah, Oricorio will get in the way of this deck, but we're lucky we do have the type advantage. We can work around it. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to check out this next one. Thanks, have a great day. Peace.